Redditors with a 9-5 job in a cubicle. How do you pretend to stay busy at work? Work in an open office setting. Would kill for a cubicle. I openly do nothing because everyone else is openly doing nothing. Dude next to me hasn't opened anything other than Outlook this entire day. I worked at a call center that allowed reading between calls. I bought a thick but hard-backed history book and used an X-Acto knife to cut out the shape of my phone midway through. I made the phone-shaped hole about an inch thick and happily browsed Reddit, watched YouTube, and even Live TV. When I was scheduled during an event I didn't want to miss, I would have my AirPods in underneath my headset, and with the help of Reddit I could find any stream for any sport I wanted to watch. I even watched some votes in the House Senate. I hated the job but loved being able to be on my phone whenever I wanted. They must think you really like that book. I literally just did my taxes at work. Me too. Felt kinda guilty about it. Glad I'm not the only one. Leave a half-eaten meal on your desk. Leave your desk and go slack off somewhere. People will see the half-eaten meal and think you are so busy elsewhere you couldn't finish your meal. Or they will think you'll be right back, because who leaves in the middle of a meal? I downloaded the book I'm reading as a PDF and read it on my PC. Half my screen is actual work stuff, the other half my book. I read about 80-90 books this way in the year I was a receptionist. It's all about multiple tabs. My problem is that my cubicle is up at the front of a line of cubicles, with my boss a few cubes back. So every time he leaves to do anything, he walks right by me and can look directly at my computer. So I panic and click on my tab with my emails or some website related to my job. He has told me he doesn't care what I do as long as my job gets done, but panic still sets in every time he walks by. I would do so much less work if I had a different cubicle position. My manager also likes to sit amongst the people to keep his finger on the pulse. Half the time he initiates random discussions that will lead to 45 minutes of non-work related debate. Multitask. Over-the-ear headphones with a mic. If I don't want to be bothered, I point to the headphones and pretend to be on a call. TED Talks in the background. Learn crap while doing crap. Also, great way to make it sound like I'm in a call. I just nod and agree with whatever point is being made in the talk. Typing speed challenge. Tab back and forth between the challenge when work is slow. Helps keep my typing speed up while making it sound like I am always working furiously. Interesting subreddit. Copy paste thread contents in email. Read at leisure. Every 15-30 minutes. Take a deep breath, exhale. The copying of a thread into an email is genius. I use the app to make Reddit look like Outlook. Nobody knows and I can browse happy on my downtime. From where my boss sits, he can't see the bottom left 1/4 of my second monitor if I sit with good posture. I live for this corner. Online games, Reddit, YouTube, etc. all exist in my corner, but all my boss sees is work around it. Also makes me sit with good posture, so that's cool too. Sent from my corner. Once you've read this, I'll have visited your corner. When I was in college, I had an internship that wasn't as great as I was hoping. I was given one task for the summer to complete. That task took up maybe 30 minutes of my time each day. This was a full-time internship, though. I worked 7 AM to 4 PM, MF, in a cubicle with low walls. I was given nothing else to complete for the 3 months I was there. What did I do with my time? Well, I couldn't browse the internet, so I would find books, or documents, or what have you, and retype them all. One day, one of the women in my area even commented, "Wow, they keep you busy," unbeknownst to her. No. Also, my co-interns, who were scattered all over the building in different departments, used to send each other random emails. Sometimes one word each or pictures made up of keyboard symbols. We'd also spend about 2 hours at lunch. Just started a 8-month co-op and it's starting to seem the same way, but I'm hopeful. I have dual screens, so I glance from one to the other quite often. Also typing frantically on Reddit, and asking colleagues every so often, "Hey Karen, it's so busy, right? Are you busy too? I'm swamped." I've purposely curved my right hand screen so that it faces me but not outside to my other co-workers. Therefore Reddit, YouTube or whatever else I'm browsing goes on the hidden screen. I also click and type periodically to make it sound like I'm doing work. I have an Excel spreadsheet open that shows me live updates of the cricket score, but to the untrained eye it looks like work. I work on homework when we're slow. Might as well be productive when I don't have jack going on. Have something important on my screen and my phone on the desk and browse on my phone. But honestly the time goes a lot faster when working. Especially if you find something you feel like doing. A challenging issue or documenting something that can be used again to save time the next time. Anything where you're feeling like the juice is worth the squeeze. Can't. Everything is monitored. I work for a bank and people call us or I call them to talk about payment plans for debt, either creating them or adjusting them. If I haven't made a call or received a call for a given period of time, my team leader gets an IM and then she in turn visits my cube or she messages me. My team leader is really laid back and doesn't care as much, but her boss is also looking at our activity statistics and can say something to her if she stays silent. That sounds like heck. When I'm tired at staring at my screen for too long, I just get some random pieces of paper and I walk around the office and pretend it's documents I need signed. I drink a lot of water and take the long way to the bathroom and back. I also go outside. I do a lap inside around the building. No one knows I'm not just going to talk to someone. Keep all your work open, spreadsheets, emails, on a note. Only look at text-based subreddits. I browse AskReddit almost exclusively because it's just a blob of text from afar. I make sure to Alt+Tab whenever someone comes close. I don't spend tons of time on here, but it helps break the monotony and it doesn't look like I'm browsing the news or a site that I shouldn't be on. I don't pretend anymore. Everyone knows we're stretching 3 hours of work into an 8-hour day, but no one is going to kill the golden goose. Yep, I'm pretty sure everyone knows I spend most of my time on Reddit and playing games on my phone. But when there is work to do, I get it done quickly, efficiently, and accurately. I don't have to pretend I'm busy. My co-workers know I'm not busy. I've been working here for 5 months and I do nothing. I've had maybe 5 projects to work on that each took a total of 2 days to complete. I ask for work all the time but everyone is too busy with their own work to bother giving me anything to do. I openly browse Reddit, Twitter, the internet, and no one seems to care at all. You'd think this would be a great gig, but browsing Reddit for literally 8 hours a day is not as fun as it seems. Currently, I have a bunch of documents pulled up on my computer screen, in full view of everyone who walks by. I've got my headphones on, because I'm focusing. Every now and then I'll put the desk phone up to my ear. I've managed to do no work in the 2 hours I've been here. The George Costanza method. I always look annoyed. Yeah, when you look annoyed all the time, people think that you're busy. Think about it. I don't have to pretend. I either have work to do or I don't. It's nice working at a place that understands that. My previous job, they expected us to always make sure to have at least 7 hours clocked in on a project each day even if there was nothing to do. So that's how I massively overstated how much I worked on projects and had hundreds of hours in our company's site redesign project. It was such a dumb waste of time. Projects I finished in 10 hours became projects that took 30 hours. These days I really don't have to pretend to be busy. I'll watch Twitch streams or whatever at work and browse Reddit. They know that if I do have something to do I'll do it, and do it well. They know that if I do have something to do I'll do it, and do it well. That's a really good way to look at it. I put a shitload of unnecessary wait statements in my code. That way every time I refresh, it takes 10 minutes to compile and run instead of, like, 30 seconds. Bonus. I can periodically strip away the wait statements to optimize my code for efficiency. When I worked 9-5, we didn't have cubicles, just a big room with desks and computers. And since I live in a non-English speaking country, I never had to worry about getting caught or pretend to look busy cause my co-workers and boss had trash English. Whenever they saw anything not work related on my screen, I just told them it's an inspiration for our next product. Worked in a ceramic industry, we made dinnerwares etc. Case in point, saw a YouTube video of an anaconda swallowing an alligator when my boss showed up and saw it, asked me what that was, told her I thought about something reptile related for our new cup and saucer set. She was excited. I click and scroll my mouse periodically so it sounds like I'm reading through a document. Sometimes I'll open a Word document and type gibberish to get the typing sounds out there. When I hear someone about to walk past, sometimes I'll rub my forehead or look frustrated. Wait, so do you actually work, or are you paid to be stuck there? Poop breaks. Lots of poop breaks. I've had to go to 4 bathrooms before to find an open stall once. Everyone and their dang poop breaks. I work in the government, which means there is a lot of hurry up and wait going on here. It usually means that there are things that are super important to have done by a certain time and given to senior management. Then it takes forever for those things to get approved. Luckily, any form of personal development can be useful for my job, so I try to fill my time with that. Things like reading articles online about the current political landscape, reading on new things about my field of work, project management, and sometimes I will practice my French. It's Government of Canada, so people don't usually question it because it's a requirement for most jobs. And then if all else fails, I like to go on Reddit while having some planning documents on my screen that I can work on when I think of what to write. I have an Excel macro that loops a progress bar picking from a random selection of phrases like creating commodity codes and processing BOM. 6-4 here, but similar concept. I pull out my phone, read Reddit, read fanfic, etc. So long as my job gets done, the boss don't care. No pretend for me. We have software that monitors our every move. If we are idle for more than 2 minutes, it starts clocking. We get weekly, monthly and yearly reports of our productivity. Talk about Big Brother. I can't wait to quit in June and not think about a clock timing me when I have to walk away to use a bathroom. Get a little mechanism toy that moves your mouse constantly or download an autoclicker lol. The key is to be good enough at your job that people rely on you for the problems you are able to solve and not the amount of mundane work you can plow through. Most people that try at work are just busybodies and aren't actually getting as much done as they or anyone else thinks. I sit very near 2 motivated folks. Both of them look very stressed and busy all day every day. Luckily for me, I am able to observe their daily routines. They waste so much time being terrible at their jobs, gossiping with co-workers, and trying to play office politics that I easily outpace their level of go-getter inputs despite my entire lack of motivation to help a multi-billion-dollar corporation squeeze out a few more pennies of profit. This is the correct answer. If you are the top performer, you can pretty much get away with almost anything at the workplace. I answer questions on AskReddit, then tab through to Jira when people walk near me. I'm programming a new intranet. I have to read so many books. It could take forever. I did virtually all the planning for a year-long D&D campaign at work, and I'm currently working on a one-shot tweak to fit the Marvel universe. Is this my boss? This feels like a trap. I work all my hours fully productive. You're looking at it. You would be surprised the number of audiobooks you can stream through YouTube or your local library online. You can have any document open while listening to hours of books. You can also find a digital copy of your favorite book, paste it into a Word document or email, and scroll through your favorite book. You have been visited by the ingenious Joe. Comment brain so you always see the glass half full. If you are new to the channel, you can subscribe. I publish new videos every day. Until then, check another video, or don't. Either way, have a great day, you magnificent people.